Hey you guys, it's Amy Gretchen. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me. So in this video, I'm working on another Project Life spread. This one is from week 23, so the beginning of June, and it is from the year 2020. So you can see I've got my 12 by 12 page protectors in front of me. And today I'm going to be using Ali Edwards' June Stories by the Month kit. This came out this May, so in 2021. And I looked through the kit a little bit and I'm pretty excited about the colors. I don't feel like I use a lot of green, so I'm kind of excited about using the greens and oranges in this kit. So let me just walk through with you. I'm not going to do the cards yet. I will walk through that. You'll be able to see that as I kind of look through them as I'm going through them. But here's the chipboard. It is big circles this time. I think it looks about like 1.5 inches. The circles, obviously I'm just guessing there, but I really love the sentiments on there. I think I remember making stickers out of these digital files. So many uses for those digital files. If you've not seen the stickers that I made, I don't think I made them with these files in the video, but I do have a video that you guys can check out. Here is the stamp set. So let me open it up. These kits always include a 3x4 stamp set, which is really awesome. I find that there's just a lot of uses for these types of sentiments, this and that, and the delight in this little one says counting all the good stuff, which is awesome, would be really great for like a gratitude spread. Then the other thing that is included in this kit, and like I said in my last video, I'm noticing that they're doing these white wood veneer shapes, which is awesome. I love that they're already painted for you. And these are just some summer icons. So we've got the sun. You can kind of see all of them that are included there. Not entirely sure if I will use these, but we will see. Actually, I'm just going to set those aside. And let's just jump in and get started with this spread. So I hate to sound redundant or like a broken record, but the first thing that I always do is put down my photos, because that is my foundation for my page. It is, I feel like, the most important thing along with the words. And so I want to get those down first so that I know what room I have left. If I've got, how many journaling cards I need, or how many designer cards I need, or how, is there a 4x6 spot that I didn't have a photo for that I could put something in? I need to lay my photos down first so that I have an indication of what I need later. So that's always how I start. And, I don't necessarily put my photos down in terms of like, this was Monday and this was Friday. It's basically just the way it feels pleasing. And I do think a lot about the weight of each photo and things like that. So I just kind of haphazardly put them down. I do like to separate big groups of people so they're not all together. But other than that, I just kind of put them down where they just kind of make sense. There's no real rhyme or reason. And something started emerging as I was laying everything out. You can see in this kit, there's a lot of greens and there's a lot of oranges. And I noticed in my photos, if you can tell, that my photos are very heavy. They're either greens or oranges. Or at least the colors of the cards started bringing out those colors in the photo. So I thought it was very interesting. So I kind of quickly decided on this theme where I was like, okay, I'm going to have the left side of the spread be more on the orange side, and then the right side be more on the green side. So you'll see here, actually, I'm going to take a minute and I just kind of like work things around. I kind of move my photos places, move the cards places, and I'm trying to figure out the best way and the most pleasing way to have this spread look. So I really liked that June looks like, I really liked that how it was watercolor. I liked that it felt like a transition from the orange side to the green side. So I really liked that. And so I was trying to make it so it was kind of right in the middle, and then I couldn't make it fit with my daughter, that photo of her at the dentist, because that is a very orangey photo. Anyway, so I kept just trying to rework it to kind of help, but it wasn't working. So anyway, I ended up putting everything back, but I did love the idea of having that that June looks like here, how it is kind of transitioning. I thought that was pretty cool. So you can see there that my cutter is broken and I couldn't fix it because the plastic piece on the inside that hold the screw is the thing that broke. So I was pretty bummed about that. I'm going to have to get a new one of those. All right. So there was a 4x6 card. I don't know if I was really great about slowing down and showing you guys that, but that had 4 sections where you could do journaling. And I actually thought about cutting it up where I left the white space and added that to the photo and did the journaling on there. But ultimately I decided I really don't want to fill up my photos. So that's one thing that is a very design choice that you'll see me make over and over again. And that is to have minimal embellishments on my photos. I do it sometimes, but for the most part, I really want the photos just to shine, because when I look back at my album, yes, it's fun to see the product, but I mostly really, really love seeing the photos and reading the stories. So it's so fun to put these together and it's so fun to play with the product, but it's not really the first thing I look to when I'm going back and I'm looking at my albums, which I do fairly often. So that was one of the reasons why I just wanted to do these titles. So it's probably hard to see, and I just want to apologize that my camera keeps going in and out of focus like that. I hope that it's not giving you a headache or something. Like, close your eyes if you need to. But on there, I can't remember if it said story or what it said, and honestly I can't read it. It's too small, it's too far away from me, but it did have a number. It said like number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So I was trying to line those up, so it was obviously the photo of me where I've got 1, and then I'm trying to do like 2, 3, 4, so it just makes sense as you're going through the spread. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I really liked the colors, but I was kind of wishing that there was maybe some green, because that would have been really cool to have green over there. I feel like it really would have helped my, orange and green side. So anyway, but it's fine. I didn't mind it. And I liked the way it looked. So I decided to take this and that card, and I was going to do a numbered list. So this journaling on this list is going to coordinate with the photos that I added those little I don't know, we'll call them titles, those little number titles to. So the journaling for number 1 is going to be about that photo of me in the car with my puppy in the back. So, and so on for 2, 3, and 4. So that is how I'm telling the story, opposed to having, all that, the entire card, and having the white space on the photo and having it take up a lot of room on the photo. So I'm just using my Versafine Onyx Black ink, which I really, really love. And I'm pretty sure this stamp set is an older stamp set that came from Studio Calico. So it's not available. I mean, it could be available. I think it's really, really old though. So it's probably not available, but it was just kind of looking at me when I turned around and was looking at my stamps. It was the one right on the edge. And so I was like, oh, that would be perfect because it's kind of longer. I didn't know that it would fit, but it actually ended up fitting really perfectly. So I was super happy about that. And since I had my ink out, I just decided to do the dates on that card. I really love the sentiment on that card. And I believe I used that digital quote last year when I did, when I worked with the digital files. I thought that was a lot of fun. So again, I just did the journaling based on the photo there. And then I'm working on more journaling and skip through that so you don't have to watch it all. I ended up underlining this, which I feel like I haven't done in a while, but it looked so bad. I basically crossed off a couple sentences. It just looked really sloppy and really bad. So I kind of wish I hadn't done that. I'm writing really, really small these days. At some point, I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to struggle to read that when I'm a little bit older, because I'm just trying to get in as much information as I can. And I know when you type it out, you get a lot more information. But I really love the idea of getting my handwriting in these books, even though my handwriting isn't my most favorite thing ever. But I want there to be a piece of me in this. although I feel like the photos are a piece of me, I really like having that handwriting as well. And it's been fun to see my handwriting change over time. Because even like a year ago, my writing was a lot bigger. And I mean, this is really, really tiny. Anyway, the journaling that I just worked on, I actually do end up changing it. I end up cutting out the memory, cutting that out and then sticking that on top of another white piece of cardstock and redoing it. And I think it was because I didn't really tell the story the way that I wanted to tell it. And I honestly can't even remember what it was about. If it was about moving and getting the house ready to sell or something like that, because that was kind of going on at this time. So it might have had something to do with that. Not really knowing 100% like what we were doing, but that we were selling our house. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But I ended up redoing that journaling. So it might look a little bit different in the photos. So you saw that I, added all of those titles to the photos and then added the embellishments. And you guys, that is it for this spread. It was really quick and simple, but I love that. And I actually really love the way this turned out with the, that orangey gold and then the green. I thought that it was really cool how it ended up working so awesome with the photos. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate the support. And if you like what you saw, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe so that you will know whenever I have a new video coming out. So thanks again, and we will see you next time. Bye.